County. G as in gorgeous.
Okay, there we go. Here we go. Here's Mary and Nancy, and we're gonna see which camera works out best.
Yeah.
Hi,
Hello.
everybody.
Hello.
How y'all been? It's been a while.
Yes, and Mary, you haven't gotten washed away.
No?
Whenever this comes onto the television, we've had a really wet summer.
Well, actually, they said we're above 2.5 inches more rain in June than we were supposed to get. So that's why. But remember, last year, all the way to March 1st, we were 38 inches short of moisture.
Yeah.
So we should not be cursing the rain.
No.
Because we could be burning up again.
And it doesn't do it any good anyway, does it?
No. So Nancy, what are we doing today?
Today, dear friends and fans, we are going to do a country cruise, which
Yay.
means you could sit there and relax and not worry about trying to guess where we're going.
Yes.
We tell you, it's just going to be a nice, comfortable cruise. We'll tell you where we are, and you can just sit there in your recliner
And enjoy.
put your feet up and, you know, have a beverage, make some popcorn, just enjoy, you know.
And there won't be any mosquitoes
No.
for you to have to fight off in order to take a nice drive in the country.
That's right. Today we're just having a nice country cruise in Trempealeau County. And like I say, this is not Name That Road. So everybody just sit down.
Yep, no contest this time.
Just relax and enjoy. So I'm going to put
Here
on
we
my
go.
sunglasses. And let's see, last time.
Well, first off, we started off on Highway 95 outside of Arcadia, and then we came down to J, and we followed J all the way out to Double J,
Right.
and that is going to be our country cruise road. And
Double J is down here in the town of Dodge, which if you have not driven around down here in Dodge, it's beautiful.
it's a very nice drive.
You need to come down here and enjoy. So we're going to kick it off here.
And away we go.
Away we go. Last time we tried this, Mary broke the equipment right away.
I did not break the equipment.
Well,
The equipment.
I got it on camera.
The equipment was substandard. Things fell apart. I'm an innocent victim.
It's like I bring the equipment back in to Kevin at the studio and like, oh, look what Mary broke this time.
Oh yeah, right away. Put it on Mary. Well, we do, like all things, some of our camera equipment almost seems to me like it's kind of a little bit on the disposable side.
Well, the cameras themselves seem to hold up pretty well.
Yeah, they're pretty durable when they don't get too hot, because they like to shut off when they get hot.
Yeah, they're temperamental. But it's like some of the add-ons that come, you know, the accessories that seem like cheap junk. I'm sorry.
Well,
they break really easily.
There's these things that I call spaghetti legs. I have no idea what their real name is, and I'm sure in a catalog, you know, people would know and understand. But it's one of those things where the end tips come off and they're wiggly and they don't want to cooperate.
Yeah.
But let's talk about fun things.
Yeah, like it's this beautiful drive here.
Yes, and now, is there a lot of history behind Dodge?
Behind Dodge? Well, as far as I know.
Isn't that where all the bootleggers were in the day?
There were a lot of them, but I have found out there are lots of other places in the county that had bootleggers too. It was not just Dodge, in all fairness to Dodge.
But Dodge was kind of known in the day for being a little rougher, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, that's what I've heard. That you did not go down there if you were not part of the local
Dodge.
tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you took somebody with you because it could be a little iffy. So All right, now here's a sharp corner. If you go straight here, folks, you're going to wind up in a dead end. So don't do that. Pay attention to the signs, and here we go. And crossing a bridge. Now, people have told me that this is called Latch Valley.
Okay.
And because there was the Latch family, and if that name is familiar.
Is that L-A-A?
L-A-T-C... No, L-A-T-S-C-H.
Okay.
Latch. They're a Mr. Latch, well, I guess lived here at first, and then moved to Winona. He became very prosperous, very wealthy, and he actually donated the land for Perot Park.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was generous. So.
And that's a place where a lot of folks like to go.
Yeah, what a nice legacy to give.
I know.
Give something to people that
Look at all the cup
enjoy
plant
it.
out there. Somebody must have planted.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. That must have been like a little wet mesic prairie.
Well, maybe there'll be more up here. That is my favorite plant.
We've got cup plant all over our road ditch.
I know you do, and there's the cup
more.
plant right there.
Yep, there it is. That's a prairie plant that has
Yeah.
very, very pretty yellow flowers.
And it's really neat. It's called cup plant because the way the leaves are structured, they hold water.
Yeah.
It could be rainwater or dew.
Yeah.
And the birds and the pollinators and bugs come and they get, a drink.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
Really neat. It's really neat. Cup plant. Well, it's well named.
Oh, and here's part of
Oh.
a structure falling down.
Something here has
Looks
seen
like
better days, I guess.
Looks kind of like a small granary.
Yeah. This is a pretty narrow valley.
Well, it
You know.
looks like they might have. Oh, they got the closures for the bridges. Yeah, Trempealeau County is experiencing some flooding.
Yeah, which isn't surprising considering it seems like every day I go out and dump
It
out another
rains.
3 inches.
Yeah, and those big 3 inchers are the ones that kind of pinch,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's just can't seem to stop, so nothing we can do about it, is there, except complain.
He knows Nancy's a globetrotter because
Oh, yeah,
constantly. She's been everywhere.
Yeah.
She's been everywhere. You can't. That might be get us kicked off the air again.
Yeah.
But now I've got some stamps on my passport.
Ooh, goody for you.
Woohoo! There's a very, very long, interesting history to Crete.
Yeah, it's one of the ancient civilizations.
And one of the cruxes is there's little chapels on all these, I'm going to call them little sub-islands that are next to the main island of Crete. And they're usually associated with cave structures. And this winter, when it's too nice it's nicer in the house than it is outside, take an opportunity and dig into Crete's history, because these chapels signify when women and children went to the caves, survived and hid in the caves from marauders over all the different wars
Oh dear.
throughout the history of Crete. And I mean, they're amazingly beautiful. My brother and I, we lit a candle for our mom because we went for my nephew's wedding. And, so there's a lot of beautiful, beautiful things that have a pretty torrid history behind
I can
them.
imagine.
Yeah.
So
Quite an experience.
good for you.
And they've got really good Chardonnay.
Okay.
And I won't say the names. The wine over there is very, very different. I don't know. I don't think they use sulfates.
Not being a wine maker, I wouldn't know.
Yeah. But most of the drink was Chardonnay. They did have some reds. I tried a couple of them, but they were very, very, very oaky.
Oaky.
Oaky. Tastes
Okay.
like licking. You ever handle green oak
Yeah.
when there's still moisture in like you're splitting wood and stuff? Your fingers will get oaky looking. They'll get a dark color.
And that's what it tastes like?
It tastes
Oh.
like the way oak
The
smells.
tannin and everything in it,
Yes.
maybe?
Oh, it looks like we've got some corn over here. Look at that.
Yeah.
And some beautiful sky up there. And yeah.
Oh, look what they got by this mailbox. They've got purple coneflowers.
Yep, look at that. We'll have to roll
And
down the window.
spiderworts and things. That's pretty.
Yeah, look at that.
Somebody took the
Oh,
time.
this is an organic farm.
Ah.
That's why they got the prairie stuff. Cool.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Beautiful hillside.
Yeah,
They've
and strips.
cultivated.
They've got strips there. They got a hay strip.
Yep.
Now on this side, Mary, it looks like we've got
A wetland.
cattails, huh?
Yep.
All right. Mary's going to have to hang on to the wheel here.
And you're going to have to put your accelerator on or we're going to end up stopping.
Oh, well. Here we go. Yeah, that's a nice wetland, isn't it?
Yeah, we have to take care of our wetland because that catches the soil before it hits the Trempealeau
That's
River.
right. It's that stream over there which goes down to the river.
And all roads drain, or all rivers drain to the Mississippi.
Yeah, pretty area down here, isn't it?
It is.
So look up on that hill ahead of us. What have they got up there, our favorite things?
Strips.
Yay!
Conservation strips.
Yay! And that really keeps things from washing away.
Yes, it does. And it looks like they've got second crop hay off too, which is a trick.
Boy, this year, I don't know how they're doing it.
A lot of people are still working on first.
Yep, I'm sure.
And you know, Nancy, I know you've been traveling and I've been traveling.
But I didn't go anywhere exotic.
Well, I don't call going over to Green Bay last week and all the other places I went last week. I didn't find that exotic. But we've got some pretty tough looking crops in the state of Wisconsin.
Well, not only Wisconsin, I was down in Illinois and Indiana and northern Kentucky. Their crops look terrible. You know, usually they're way ahead of us and everything just,
Yeah.
you know, looks amazing, but not this year.
Well, and they swung from too much drought, right?
Yep.
Because last year, well, they experienced it, all the Midwest did.
Yeah, but usually
Now
the
the-
Illinois corn is so far ahead of ours,
Yeah.
but not this year.
No, because they're wet.
Yep, it looked terrible. That's why I was telling everybody, better buy soybean futures.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Brazil's got a big crop coming.
Yeah, well,
And that's always a kicker, you know. It was different in the old days when we sold and kept our own crops.
yeah.
But global markets.
We're global these days, aren't we? We are global.
Well, and you know, even today we've got a shot of sun. I quickly got some wash on the line because I like wash in the summertime on the line. Better dry fast because I think we're supposed to get more tonight.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday was 4th of July, and it rained in the morning. My son came up for lunch. He had the mower on the front of his Bobcat. He was going to do my horse pastures because they'd become a jungle.
Yeah.
The grass had grown so tall
Absolutely.
and
This-
so thick and so fast, and the horses don't like to eat it when it's tall and
Horses are fussy.
thick. You know,
people.
that was just upsetting them. So he went out and cut it, and then it wasn't, he just barely got done with 2 fields, and it started to rain again. So I was happy for what he could do.
Well, every little bit counts. That looks like a nice orchard grass, or that could be a late harvest.
Yeah, good.
You know, because you can sign up. You can sign up to get a little money from the government if you don't harvest your hay until after the ground nesting bird season.
Yeah.
It's a equip practice. Grass with alfalfa. It wasn't pure alfalfa.
Yeah. It's what they call mixed forage, I think.
Yes. Which is silly because the pendulum is swinging back that 100% alfalfa isn't as good on cows' bellies as we thought.
It's pretty rich, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's high protein feed if you cut it right, and you got to treat high protein like high protein.
All right, Mary, we're going up the hill here.
Oh, we're climbing.
We are leaving Dodge. We're getting out of Dodge.
The neighborhood.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We weren't in Dodge proper.
No, town of Dodge we were. But here, oh, my ears just popped. We're getting up there, I guess.
And so, in your travels this summer, where did you go, Nancy?
Not very exotic, just Owensboro, Kentucky, to the music festival that I like to go to. But this year it was so hot, it was terrible.
Really? In Kentucky?
Yes. I mean, it's always hot down there, but this year was like uber hot. And so we didn't go until it got like later in the day.
And
because
so,
we just couldn't sit out in the sun.
So was that primarily like bluegrass music?
Yeah, it is. But
were there some really good ones? And
we saw some real good ones, and yeah, it was worth it, but uncomfortably hot. Jeez.
And now, do they have like mosquitoes and bugs like we have?
They weren't bothering us, I have to say.
Maybe it was too hot for them.
Yeah, it probably was.
And this is in Owensboro?
Owensboro. It's right on the Ohio River. It's an old river town.
Okay.
And they have the Bluegrass Museum there. Big, shiny new building. Very nice.
And how did you ever find out about a bluegrass festival in Owensboro?
Well, my in-laws are
Oh.
bluegrass fans, and they thought it sounded like a good one, and it is. It was just that it was hot. You know, just hot. So I'll leave it at that anyway.
Well, but it was enjoyable.
Oh, yeah, we had a good time. Yeah.
Well, I have to tell you, Miss Nancy, where I was, it was hot as well. One day we had 115 degrees.
Oh. Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
It was like a blast furnace.
Oh.
You were either in someplace with water or you were in air conditioning.
Boy, I would guess so.
Yeah, because it was, and you're on an island, and so it's very, very humid. Oh, here we got a sharp hairpin
It's
turn.
a scenic overlook, except
It's not a scenic
it's
overlook.
not scenic today because we can't see anything, is it?
No, I don't. I think this is
Well,
for
let's see.
trucks.
To give this, we might be able to look down there between the trees. That's about it. I guess if you want the scenery here, you'll have to come back when the leaves are off the trees.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't think this is a scenic overlook. I
You
think
see
this
anybody
is
pounding down on us.
It looks
Okay.
good coming this way.
We're still going up.
I think it is a wide for trucks to go up and down.
If I was driving a semi up and down this road, I don't think I would be having a good time. That's for sure.
No. And that's the cool thing about the roads in Greece, because it's all rock.
Yeah.
And the roads are chiseled into the sides of the mountains.
Oh, I bet they're real dugways, aren't they?
Well, actually, they're more switchbacks. It's narrow roads with a little chicken wire and some poly posts holding up the chicken wire guardrail and
oh boy.
Yeah, it was kind of very nail biting on some of our trips.
So you weren't riding donkeys up and down the road?
No, but there's a lot of scooters.
Oh.
And the scooters like in 2 lanes of traffic, if there's 2 lanes of traffic, the scooters will pull alongside your car on the passenger side and on the driver's side, and then to try to get ahead of you.
Oh my goodness.
And so it's kind of dangerous.
Did you see any donkeys?
We saw a few, not a lot. They were usually with the goat flocks. They like the goat farmers in the olive farms, on the olive farms.
Yeah.
But they don't like the sheep farmers
Why?
because the sheep farmers, they will raid your property.
You mean like with guns?
Yes, he said they're like it's like the Wild West when
Really?
when the sheep guys come through.
Wow.
So-
Now, who would have thunk? I never thought of sheep people as being aggressive.
Well, apparently in Crete they are.
Oh my goodness. Boy, you learn something all the time.
And you know what else was funny? Is there's irrigation everywhere. 3-inch lines, 2-inch lines, 4-inch lines. Everything on the island is irrigated.
Where do they get the water?
They've got huge desalinization.
Oh, okay. And what are they watering?
They're watering, well, Nancy, it's like very almost zero topsoil. And so they do like a trickle irrigation to keep the olive trees.
Oh, the olive trees. Okay.
Everything, there's olives, acres and acres and acres of trees in different varieties used for different purposes.
Well, I know over there that they use olive oil the way we use butter.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're coming to a stop sign.
Yep.
And it tells us that Double J ends.
And it's a bike route.
Yep.
Pedal
And
bike.
This is County G, as in gorgeous.
That's right.
So we're going to go up here and take a right, and then we're going to take a road that brings us back down into lovely Tamarack Valley.
And there's that.
So right now we're up here on top of the world. So this will be
And it's starting to sprinkle.
no.
Yeah.
It's starting to pour on us. Yeah,
Not yet.
that'd be about our
We just
luck.
got sprinkles. We're just going to see if we can pull this off before we have to start using the windshield wipers.
Oh God.
Well, that's hard. That's kind of challenging. Oh, here's Pine Creek
This
Ridge.
is Pine Creek Ridge Road, and dedicated fans of Name That Road will know that I think 2 different times we've been up here on this road. One time we went around and went down into Dodge, and the other time was the one where everything went wrong, number 32.
Oh, when the camera was
when
rolling
the cameras
across the dash.
yeah, well, anyway.
And everybody thought that was the best thing ever.
Yeah. Go figure, yeah.
Oh, look there's a nice buffer strip.
Yes.
Look at that. Little bit of soil conservation going on there.
Yeah, that's nice. And there, now if you look straight ahead of us, that's the Tamarack Valley.
There you go.
And this is a really lovely area up here. Some nice flatter fields.
Well, it's just plain beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter how you slice the bread, it's...
This is very nice up here. All right, now,
Oh.
here. We are turning left on Kamrowski Road.
Here, take a quick picture while we don't have any traffic.
Before a semi comes barreling down on me.
There we go. There's the road sign.
Yep, there we are. We're going down on Kamrowski Road
Awesome.
off of Pine Creek Ridge.
The island has a lot of geologic history between the volcanoes and the earthquakes.
Oh, yeah, it had a bad earthquake, didn't it?
It split the island. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Actually, we got to drive through that. Well, on one side of the mountain, we drove where the giant V shape was where
Yeah.
the island split. It's
Wow.
really cool.
It was that big
Scary.
of an earthquake that it split the island in half?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And because of where they are in their dry season right now, there was no water down in the gulch. But they said the gulch normally has lots and lots and lots of water flowing through it.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, now we're going down slope. Yeah, this makes Crete look like this would be a highway. This would be a 4-lane or 2-lane highway. Yeah, their roads are quite interesting. And sometimes they were kind of like cow paths, and sometimes they were relatively nice.
Yeah.
But it is a beautiful place to visit. The exchange rate is about the same.
Well,
Food,
good.
a lot of food, a lot of good food.
Oh, lots
Oh.
of, here's some nice rocks.
I know. I was getting rocks before.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. Those are all sandstone.
Yeah.
And you can all see that they've had a little face shedding with our rain this year.
Natural process, though.
That's right.
Oh, there's some interesting little caves there.
That's right. Those might be bear caves.
Oh, we're gonna kick Mary out, and she's gonna go stick her head in
No,
there.
I'm not sticking my head in
Find out
none of
what's
those.
in there.
I'm not putting my head in there. Might be a snake. We had a snake in our greenhouse the other day. Big one. It was like 4 feet long.
Was it a bull snake?
I think so. I think so.
Well, it was probably looking for a rat or a mouse or something.
I think it was in there because it was a nice warm place to be on. One of
Yeah.
those, some of these days when it's rainy, Nancy, it's a little chilly.
Yeah, if you're a snake, I suppose you want to get someplace a little warmer.
That's right. And that greenhouse, just they must be able to see it with their radioactive eyes, because they can see they can see heat. That's how they detect mice.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. You know what I did see? We were staying in Owensboro on a house that's right on the Ohio River, and one morning we saw an eagle come down out of the sky, and it had been way up there. It was high up. It came down and went into the water and caught a fish. And then it, went back up again. Here it had this big fish.
Really?
Yeah. So that's amazing eyesight, that it was able to see that fish from that far up.
Wow,
Amazing.
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
It was. And it must have been a pretty big fish because it couldn't fly. It just had to kind of fly over to the other side of the river. It didn't seem to get
Well,
any
good
height.
for him. Hopefully he ate a bunch of it down and took it back to the nest.
Yeah, I hope he shared, yeah. But they are incredible eyesight. Wow.
Yeah, this is kind of a steep drop.
Yeah, put your camera out that way and see what you have to see.
We've got lots
I
of
think
trees.
there was a farm down there at one time behind
it
us.
looked like it was now like a kind of a hunting shack. kind of a
Yeah.
thing.
Because that would have been some pretty steep acreage, I guess.
Yep, and it probably looks like maybe put in this. Oh no, there's corn growing. There's corn growing back in there. So trying to keep those fields open while
Yeah.
the woods are closing in.
Relentlessly.
Well, nature has a tendency to keep itself always changing, ever changing.
Now we're going into the town of Trempealeau.
Trempealeau.
Yep.
Yay!
We're down here and we're almost to the end of our cruise.
And what a fun cruise it's been.
Well, I hope so. I hope people like the chance 4 times a year when we take a cruise, a country cruise, and we tell everybody where we are, and so you can just relax and enjoy, and don't have to be all competitive about, like, name that road. So, well, here is a beautiful old cabin, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah. And it looks like that back wall was remudded, doesn't it?
Yeah. That is a gorgeous old cabin. And you don't see a lot of them in this county because
Nobody took care of them.
and we didn't have a lot of trees.
Yeah.
That was why our
Dovetailed
early settlers had living
joints.
dugouts.
That's a lot of work, dovetailed
Yeah.
joints.
Okay, here we are. We are in Tamarack,
And we are at our stop.
and I guess it's time that we pull the plug, huh?
So we're gonna smile and wave, and we hope that you join us again for a country cruise.
The next time we'll be cruising, it'll be fall.
And it'll be colorful,
Oh, yeah.
but you may just see us before then as well. See ya!
Keep tuned. County G, as in gorgeous.